Hey guys, DBreakMase here, bringing you guys another game. Now I'm playing with a couple of my buddies, Sirkrix and Painkiller here. We got Sirkrix going to play AP Kale mid, and we got a Volibear top, which I know most people haven't seen in a while. We got a Draven Nunu bot, and I am going to be jungling Thresh today. When I looked at Thresh when he came out, I wasn't very impressed with the support package. It looks really strong and everything, but I felt there's just more you can do with him. I was talking with a couple of my buddies, and we decided we're going to jungle him. And it apparently works really well. Now, normally this matchup against Elise, I would say that I should get utterly destroyed, because Thresh's jungle is very slow in the beginning. It does end up picking up. He just doesn't do a lot of straight damage off the way, so if you're good with Elise, you can actually invade and just steal his jungle, and then make his life a living hell. It kind of just works that way. And I have no clue what just happened here. There we go, everything caught back up. We'll see if we can fast forward a little bit. Now the way I start out on Thresh is you do machete 5 pots. So Elise is doing the same. Pretty standard builds for everybody around here. Nothing too exciting going on. So we will speed up a bit. I find the best way to actually start is do Wolves Blue.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Now.
Minions have spawned.
Now you want to get a super leash, so you want to have a smiteless blue, if possible. One thing that Thresh does have is his passive, where he gathers souls and gains ability power and armor. So you pretty much never have to buy armor on him. A lot of people probably will say that he's not good in the jungle due to that one fact that, oh, he's not near as many minions, blah 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 blah. All the small minions in the game have a 33% chance of dropping it. So if 1 out of every 3 minions you kill, you should get one. And all the large minions, like Big Golem, the small double golems, the one will drop it there. Lizard, Big Wraith, they all drop it. So you actually fill up really quickly. Now at least they try to gank top. And you only need about 49 souls to actually make it, so that you're actually on par at level 18 with everybody, which is actually very easy to get. Now, one of the things we do notice with Jungle Thresh that is kind of a bummer is that it's very easy to gank with him if you can hit your abilities, but if you stick around too long, you give yourself away, because the souls can actually start spawning, and it actually does give your position away. Not completely, they let you know that you're there, kind of thing. Now Voli is getting pretty beat up top, so Rengar's pretty stretched, so I figure I can go in there. I do have double buff. So wait. I ping him just to make sure I'm on bed with him. So Voli jumps in, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flay to knock him back. I hook him to pull him in, and then we just beat his face in. Basically what you want to do on a normal gank, if you have something like that where they're just super extended, you can run right up and just flay them back towards the turret, and then hit your Q, which, as you saw, it's like the hook. It'll just hold on to them, and you can actually drag them a little bit like that, or you can hit R or Q once to pull them, and if you hit Q again, you pull yourself to them, as I did there. It's going to be the big part of your combo, is actually landing that Q, pulling yourself there, flaying, and then hitting your R. Now, one thing I do not get for a while is Dark Passage. I just find that in lane it's probably super good, but I found in the jungle that I don't end up using it that much until team fights. Like, you can set it up where if your team's really far back, you throw the Dark Passage back to them and they can pull it up. I wasn't very successful in the games I've played at having people do that. I think a lot of people forget about it, and I honestly forgot about it too. This is only about the 4th game I've played with Thresh, so... Now, I do go back and I got a Spirit Stone because he does run out of mana pretty quickly because you're going to be spamming Flay because it's only about on a 9-second cooldown. Yeah, 9 second, that's without cooldown reduction, so you can do it pretty easily. So we see that Rengar is once again extended. He sees me throw his ward, but we're just going to push him back. I missed him completely because he was out of vision. But not too big a deal. I just push back. Rengar's just a little mad because he got ganked in his first blood and he's losing the volley. Unfortunately, what he does is he's actually going to build, very interestingly, this Rengar. It works, but doesn't work. Like, he does a lot of damage just because Rengar's kit is super strong, but he ends up building AP Rengar. Like, he heals for an F-ton, but that's about it. I almost have to live top just due to the fact that Rengar is just beating Volibear down. And there's not much Volley can do about it, because if Volley extends past that, he jumps in. Kind of puzzled at how he did that. Assuming he used his ult. Yeah, he used his ult. Now, let's see, I'm only at 18 souls, so I have 18 ability power just from that. Now, I do miss, but he doesn't actually do too much damage to me, but I'm super tanky, so... Now, I'm just trying to bait out to get my level 6, that's why I want him in here. Unfortunately, what I do is I let him have the bush, which is never a good idea, especially if I'm making this way out. And I hit R too far when he went past it already, so it was just a bad play on my part. I was hoping he was going to stick in on me, but if you notice, he didn't really do like any damage to me. I'm now at 21 spirit, so I have 19, almost 20 armor just from that. So I haven't really bought anything with armor. I do end up going Zerker Grease because I feel that the attack speed on it is just really good for Thresh. Of all the item builds I've done so far, this one felt the best when I was playing the game. It felt the most useful. I know I end up going Wit's End, super strong in this. I go it's the Gauntlet, the Ancient Golem. We will see it in a bit. Now right now we are up a lot. Our team's just overall, like, even with Rengar getting beat so bad, we'll just match everything up. Actually, it wasn't that hard. Volley's got his, he's getting basically double farmed. Like, there's not much that he can do about it, though. I'm slightly ahead of Elise, not by anything to brag about. Kale is up 2 kills and 15 farm. That's not significant, but Nunu is farming a little bit harder than anybody else. Than Yorick. Yorick's a really poke though. That's all he's based off of. Draven is 14 CS and a kill up on Cogmaw, which is putting us in the lead, which is really good. The top may be losing, but all our other lanes are winning pretty well. 'Cause I got first blood. Gold-wise, 600, 300. I'm up almost 1,000. Kale's almost up 1,000. I'm up 600 as well, and Rengar only has a 700 gold lead on Volley, so it's not like it's insurmountable. Now I go back and buy a book, so I can buy Cage's Lucky Pick. I found this worked really well because you get that extra AP you need to do a little bit extra damage. Doesn't really do too much damage, like everything. Your shield can be pretty nice if I assume you max it, but I max it dead last. Like I only have one rank in it. I max Flay first because of the slow. It's just really good on ganks. Like it says with Flay, if you click forward when you're going to do it, you actually knock the person back, but if you click behind yourself, you actually pull them closer to you. So it's depending on situation. It's a good escape mechanic, and it's a very good ganking tool, so. And it does a lot of damage, so. Even though it doesn't really look like it does much. Like, rank 3, it only does 167 with my ability power. But I'm at 33, so at level 7, I'm almost equal to what a level 18 would have. Now unfortunately Volley does, he comes back and then goes back out. If he would have stayed under tower, it would have been a little bit safer, but overall I think Rengar at this point is just so strong that he could have just dove him and not cared really. I speed it up a bit. It's just a little bit of farming that goes on. It's like I can see him, he can see me, it's whatever. I'm actually doing a lot of damage to him, like I throw the shield out just so I can have a little bit more. Now he does the smart thing and waits for the box to disappear before he leaves out. And if you look, even like I stood toe to toe with him plus minions for so long and I still came out on top, and we all know Rengar has stupid burst damage. Rengar has like no items, which is very scary because he's at 2687 for gold. Now Volley did end up going back. He bought an Avarice Blade just to make sure he can stay alive a little bit. And apparently decided to not attack for a while. And he does get the kill though onto him, which is really good. I assume he ulted, and yeah, his ult's on cooldown now. Volley's ult is just really strong. Yeah, one Flay takes out over half these minions' life. It's not great, but it's good. I realize that I'm really close to buying an item, so I just want to finish it up. We are starting to get up in kills. The only person on their team that even has kills is Rengar, who just went back, bought a Haunting Guise and a ability tome. So we all know that's super exciting Rengar. Now I am going to give Kale blue. I do find that if you keep blue on Jungle Thresh, I feel as if you're in a better situation, so I think it'd be a good jungle if you had like an Akali or someone who definitely doesn't need blue mid. Now, I did get the first two blue buffs, just Kale let me get them. I asked him on Vent, and he said it was cool, and it worked out. Now, I do get a Giant's Belt here, just so I can be a little bit tankier, and I am up to that 49 number, the magic number, so that means I'm basically at armor of level 18, an average level 18. If you get up to, I think it's 79 was the math that someone did, you actually have the most armor in the entire game of anyone at 18, so we have a pretty interesting, this is a three-way gang. Now you see I pulled him in, I box him, we get Nunu ult, Draven also goes in there. Like, the combination of Nunu and Thresh on a team together is very strong. One of the times you definitely don't want to use Thresh is if you have a super aggressive jungler who's going to be doing a lot of invades. Like, Elise isn't invading me as much as she should be. I don't think she even ever invades me, but if she did, she would actually beat me really hard because I need those souls. Now Rengar takes top tower, but at this point it kind of had to be done. Like, Volley was just gonna keep getting killed up top, and overall, then like, Volley just can't farm. So now that the lane is gonna be super pushed up, he doesn't have to worry about getting destroyed by Rengar as much. And make sure you do that. His hook, as you notice, go over the wall, pull yourself over. It speeds up the jungle a lot. It's better to do it if you have like a blue buff or something, or you're gaining a lot of mana. Now I am going to go back. I'm going to finish up my, I think it's the Golem starting item. I'm going to get it in a second. Yeah, Spirit of the Ancient Golem. It does really good. This team's actually, it's very good on because it'll take out the snare, Rengar's snare. We got the slow from Yorick. Overall, it's just a really good item against this team. Now there are 4 people mid. I can't really do much against 4 people mid. I thought I was going to get a little bit more tanky than I was, and I ended up just getting destroyed. So they're easily going to take down this tower. Brings them pretty good back into the game, so we get that tower to counteract the tower they just get. Speed up a little bit. Gets killed. So you're playing the ward game mid. Draven counter jungling a bit now, which is nice. Now, his range is really good. I don't think he'll be good as a AP mid or something like that, just because I feel that his damage isn't that strong, but Draven steals all my monies. I box Cog here, and they both go through different walls at the same time, so they both get the super slowing effect. I do get the kill onto Cogmol. Cogmol unfortunately does kill Nunu, and then Lux goes Demacia and kills everyone else. No, So I pull him back to try to keep him in range, and then Kale jumps to me, and she gets the shield, extra shield bonus, which isn't a lot right now because it's only level 1. It's 90, so it's not huge. Draven dives in on Elise. Not much we can actually do. The minions here, if they spread out a different way, I probably could have hooked in and killed her. So we're just gonna back off. So I go back by Recurvo and Memar to start building my Wit's End. Overall, if you have the ability to protect a lane, go to the lane. It's better. You have more of a chance to get actual lanes, especially if it's like being super pushed. I'm gonna smite a little bit over there, but it's whatever. Yeah, if you notice, they start dropping, like, even when you're at golems in lane, so you have to be mindful of that when you go to gank. As soon as you see a soul come up, you need to either go for the gank or just back off, because not much you can do about their poke. They're able to poke at us so easily. Pretty tanky, but there's not much they can do. Kale and I just stay here. Try to get the Q onto Wrangler, which probably would have been a really bad idea, but I did get poked pretty hard. Take the Demacia with the shield on. Basically, it's like, hey, Lux, you wasted your ult, which you'll have again in 20 seconds, so it's not like thing too big. Yeah, I saw Nunu Draven coming back, so I back off. So that huge push they had, they got nothing for. I finished my Wit's End, and then
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
your DCs.
Purple team has slain the dragon.
And unfortunately, that's more or less the game for them. There's not much they can do at this point. They're down 5,000. They were starting to make a pretty good comeback, but he beat out Baron. Yeah, some failed wards being placed. Gets in there. She runs away. Boxed. Rengar's going for our red, it looks like. Yeah, Rengar's going to take our red while we're getting Baron, so I'll let him have my red. It doesn't bother me. He left the two golems too, like the small ones, so I wasn't too worried. Now what I can do is I end up going back and I buy the Stinger for more cooldown reduction, attack speed, and amplifying tome, so I can build it into a Nashor's Tooth, because I just figured the AP is going to be really good. right now I'm attacking at 1.45. So you're attacking pretty fast. You're basically going to build more of a shredder build. Apparently the little spiders are invulnerable. I always thought they could be picked off pretty easily, but when I hooked it, it took no damage, so... Now, Kale's pushing top, so they all go for Kale. And my team goes, so they get the tower there. We get the tower mid, so that's 2 towers. Kale does go down. We end up getting 3 towers for Kale's death. Easily worth it. So they can't do too much because they do have a DC'd York, and that York wasn't being super productive, but York has the ability to change games by just hitting R. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go get through Dragon. I go back and I finish off my my Nashor's Tooth for the ability power and cooldown reduction. It just works really well on him. Now I do also buy Giant's Belt, so I get even tankier. I was thinking about building that into... I was going to end up building that into a Rylai's, just so I can have an extra slow on my flay. So I figured that would be pretty silly, but... unfortunately the game does end relatively soon. We all group up mid. Oh, they go bot. They all come in, we get a huge kill. He just gets super ganked, there's not much you can do about it. Volley and I can tank whatever turret we want. Like, I'm at 133 souls, so that's 91 ability power, almost 92, and armor, so it's really strong. If that was a better use of the box, you wouldn't make sure they're in. The ping's going down for everyone to back off. So we do. It's not like... this point. And they surrender. Like, it's 4-4. I put GG. And sorry for the leave. Hope you guys did enjoy that game. I figured this was a much better build than all the other games. I've tried pretty much every machete item on him to start. I like this one the best, and the Spiritual Wraith, the one that gives Spell Vamp. I don't think the Spell Vamp's actually worth it. I just like the 50 ability power on it and the mana regen. If you guys find something better, let me know, and I'll try it out. I hope you guys do enjoy the video. Please give me a thumbs up if you do, and drop me a comment if you want me to do something else. Alright, thank you guys. Talk to you later.